Hey everybody, this is Danny, and we'll be doing some ethical hacking and cybersecurity research. We're going to be looking at Hack the Box CAP. It's a retired box. First, we're going to start off with some nmap enumeration. Editorial will exploit a simple publishing website. We run nmap scan to determine the services running on it, and we'll identify an insecure direct object reference, IDOR. So, due to the improper controls resulting in insecure direct object reference, gives access to another user's captured PCAP file. So here's an example of IDOR in which the ID equals 1. However, if we're to put ID equals 0, we will then have access to another user's PCAP file, which they use for Wireshark. We'll analyze the captured PCAP file and look for any plain text credentials. Once we find those credentials, we'll use a credential reuse attack and gain a foothold via SSH. Once we have a foothold, we'll go ahead and enumerate further using linkeys and quickly identify a Python capability. We'll leverage that and escalate it to gain root access to the machine. And here's the command that we'll be running. Here's the attack chain. First, we'll use IDOR to exploit that vulnerable service. Then, we'll get some credentials and gain access as our initial foothold. After, we'll go ahead and exploit that Python capabilities so we can privileged escalate. With that said, let's get started.
Alrighty, let's get started. So first you're going to go ahead and type in ifconfig /0. After you've connected to the VPN, you'll see your IP address for Hack the Box internal network. We'll go ahead and copy that, open up a new tab, come to the first tab, rename it outhost. This is for your local host, your attack box. I'll go ahead and change the color to blue. Blue's the good guy, red's the victim. In this case, it's our target. So our target is going to be the same across the board, 10, 10, 10, 2, 4, 5. All right, great. And go ahead and change that to red. Alrighty. All right, and with that set, next we need to go ahead and run our nmap command. So let me go ahead and pull that and we'll go forward. Right, run our nmap command. You can see port 22, 21, and 80 are all open. Let's go ahead and check out that 80 port and see what's being hosted there. So open up Chrome. Go to HTTP. And then the IP address of the targets. 245. And we can see that we have a dashboard. Okay, great. Let's take a look at different features here. So we have this security snapshot 5-second PCAP analysis. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. And you can see that we have this analysis for Nathan. We could download it, but one thing we realize is that it has a 1 up there. What if I was to change that to 0? What would happen? Interesting. It actually took us to another page here. This has a different PCAP file. So let's go ahead and download it. We'll go ahead and click keep. Go ahead and open it. And you can just double click it. And it's going to open up in Wireshark. Great. We know FTP is running, as we noticed earlier. So let's go ahead and check out FTP. Scroll down to the bottom, click here, follow TCP stream, and we'll see if we can find any juicy credentials. And we have found some credentials here. So we got Nathan and his password. So go ahead and annotate that and copy it to Notepad for future reference. All right, great. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and try to SSH as Nathan, see if we can get in. We'll use the same tabs that we've been using to keep things organized and neat. We'll name this one SSH. Now let's go ahead and try to SSH into that box as Nathan. Mind my typing, just had a cup of coffee, so it's a little jittery. All right, here we go. It's asking for his password. Go ahead and provide that. And send it. And we're in. Awesome. PWD. See where we're at. You can see that we're in Nathan's file. All right, ls. There's user text. Cat user.text. You can go ahead and do it. Won't do it here because that would violate HTB policy as far as showing the flags. All right, so next we need to go ahead and get linpies over to this machine. So open up a new tab. We'll rename this one HTTP because it's going to be our HTTP server. We'll go ahead and locate linpies.sh. And you can see I should already have it in this file, and I do. But if you didn't, you can just simply CP. Most likely it's going to be in your ops linpies location. You just copy it, and then you'd say paste here, dot, boom, ls, and guess what? It is there. So now that it's there, we can go ahead and transfer it over. We'll type Python 3 -m HTTP server, and we'll run it on port 8000. All right, cool. So now that we're listening on that port, we'll go ahead and come here, grab our file name, wget, and this is why we had put the IP addresses at the top, because it makes things a lot easier when you're trying to determine which IP belongs to who. In this case, we know that belongs to us. We know that we're hosting on 8000, and we'll go ahead and run it. And now that we have it, great. Now we'll go ahead and have to get this linpiece file over to a temp directory. So we will CP, and actually, let me just do this one more time. No, actually we have that. So we're going to copy this to, we have the file path here, home Nathan, linpiece .sh to the temp directory. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and cd into the temp directory, ls it, and it should be here, but I don't see it. Try running that command again. Ah, there it is. All right, chmod plus x. So we can execute this file, and then we'll go ahead and run linpiece. All right, now that it's running, we'll go ahead and give that a second. So once we run this, we should identify some capabilities. This yellow-red, that's a 95% chance that the attack vector will work. And in this case, capabilities is going to be a quick and easy one. Go ahead and give this a second. All right, great. We'll go ahead and scroll up here, see what we got. I'm gonna use my, oh, here we go. So we got this user bin Python 3.8 capabilities. We're running cap sudo uind. That right there is a capability that will allow us to run this file, and we'll be able to use those special permissions to then gain access to root. And the way we're going to do that is we are going to go to GTFO bins, and we'll look up Python because we know it has some special capabilities. We notice that it has capabilities right there. We'll click on that, and you can see it has the commands here. Now, In order to run this, we'll go ahead and run the Python capabilities and then import OS for that import OS module. Then we'll say, hey, uh, operating system set UID to make sure we can access it as root. And then we'll go ahead and open up a bin bash session as root. Okay, great. The thing is, it's not going to work exactly the way it shows here. You're going to have to run a specific type of Python file. So in order to do that, go ahead and copy this, scroll all the way down. There we go. Awesome. And then we'll go ahead and run it. And we're in. So next we'll go ahead and import OS, OS set UID 0. Oh, actually that was wrong. 0. Heck yeah. All right. OS system bin bash. And guess who I am? Root. Then we'll go in cat root dot text. You can go ahead and do this. I will not do this because it will again violate their policy. Alrighty. Please consider liking and subscribing, as that will make Koa very happy. Koa is my Shiba Inu pup. Right, Koa? Alright, just click that button, like and subscribe. Danny, out.